You shame our family! Lies! You started this!
Never!
You always undermine me because you never listen.
Long ago, in a peaceful village surrounded by tall palm trees and red earth paths, there lived a young woman named Akosua. On the day of her traditional marriage, she sat quietly inside a beautifully decorated room, wrapped in rich kente cloth, waiting for the moment she would be called to meet her husband, Kojo. But as the sun climbed high into the sky, something unusual happened. From outside, Akosua heard loud voices, men shouting, women pleading, and the heavy sound of confusion rising like a storm. "Hey, what is happening today?" she whispered to herself. Curious and troubled, Akosua peeped through the window. What she saw made her heart tremble. There stood her father-in-law, his cloth loosened in anger, shouting, "Let us go! If they want to keep their daughter, they should marry her themselves." The courtyard, once filled with joy, had turned into a battlefield of words. Unknown to Akosua, her aunt, Kewa, had taken advantage of the moment. Each time Kojo's family asked for the bride, Kewa would go inside and return with a new demand. "The bride is far. We need lorry fare. She is thirsty. She needs money for water. Hey, thieves have stolen her bag. We must buy a new one." And each time, Kojo's family paid. At first, they laughed. Then they frowned. Finally, their patience broke. It was Agya Dabi, Kojo's uncle, who could no longer hold his tongue. He stood up, his voice shaking the air. "If thieves have stolen her bag, then let the thieves marry her too. What kind of marriage is this? Are we buying a human being or honoring a union?" His words were like dry leaves thrown into fire. Akosua's own uncle responded in anger. Voices clashed, pride rose, and soon the two families were no longer speaking but fighting. Unable to bear it any longer, Akosua stepped out. Her corset was tight, her breath heavy, but her heart was stronger than her body. She moved between the shouting elders, pleading, "Please, today is meant for peace, not war." But before her words could settle, a stray hand, lost in anger, struck her. She fell. Silence. The same mouths that shouted now closed. The same hands that fought now froze. Akosua lay on the ground, tears flowing, not from pain of the body, but from the breaking of her spirit. Kojo rushed to her side, lifting her gently, carrying her away from the storm. Later, the elders called for peace. The ceremony continued. They went to the church. Vows were spoken. Songs were sung. But the joy that should have filled the day had already been wounded. Even as Akosua and Kojo stood before the altar, whispers moved faster than the wind. "Did you hear? The families fought. The wedding almost collapsed." And so, though the marriage lived on, the scar of that day remained in Akosua's heart like a mark time could not erase. Moral lessons from the story. 1. Greed destroys joy. What is meant to unite families can easily be destroyed when people seek too much gain. 2. Patience is greater than pride. If even one person had chosen calmness over pride, the conflict could have been avoided. 3. Marriage is about unity, not transactions. Turning marriage into a marketplace dishonors its sacred purpose. 4. Anger blinds wisdom. In moments of anger, people act without thinking and hurt those they love most. 5. Elders must lead with wisdom. When elders fail to guide with restraint and dignity, the whole community suffers. 6. One moment can leave a lifetime scar. Words and actions taken in haste can create wounds that never fully heal.